Hello guys, happy new year. This is Agnes and I'm back with another tutorial. I just wanted to say thank you so much for sticking with me through 2020, and I really hope you get creative with me throughout 2021. So happy new year guys. So I had a chance to travel to Germany out of Africa for the first time, and when they talk about winter and all this cold, you think you can handle it, especially when you've never experienced it. And I got here and I really think I underestimated how cold it can get. Like, they tell you -2, -5, -10, and you're thinking, I can't handle that. No, it was really hard for me. And every time I went out for a walk, I would come back with my face fully frozen, like frozen. So that's how this video came about. I had never made a scarf because in Africa you don't need that, but when I got here I decided, you know what, I need a scarf for each time I go out, because I don't want to get my face frozen every time. So this is the scarf I made, my first scarf. It's super bulky, super chunky, it's soft, it's cozy, and I really hope you like it. So yeah, let's get into this tutorial and I'll show you how I made this scarf. So for this tutorial I used a 12mm hook. I also used a tape measure just to take the length of your scarf, and then you will need scissors just to cut the ends, and of course you're going to use yarn. For this tutorial I used this super chunky bulky yarn. It's super bulky. It is 131 yards. I used 3 of these. They recommend a 10mm hook, but I did not have a 10mm hook. That's why I used a 12mm hook, but you can use a 10mm hook if you have that. Also, if you don't have the super bulky yarn, I recommend you use any chunky or bulky yarn. This is a size 6, so you can use a size 5. Okay, so it is the knit stitch that I used, and let's get into it. So you're going to make a foundation chain, make a slip knot, and you are going to chain as many chains as you want your scarf to be, the length of your scarf. So make them loose, don't make them so tight, because I wanted this to be soft, fluffy, and yeah. So I made a total of 100 inches long. So my scarf is 100 inches long. It's super long, but you can make it shorter if you wish, because yeah, mine is long. So do that, make enough chains, and I will meet you once you're done with your length of your scarf. So I'm done with my 100 inches of chain, and we are now going to start on row 1. So yarn over, skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the third stitch you are going to make a half double crochet. So yarn over, pull through, you have 3 loops on your hook, then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, then yarn over, go into the next chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So we are going to be using the half double crochet stitch for this first row. Okay, so put a half double crochet in every stitch for row 1 until you get to the end. It's half double crochet in every stitch, and I will meet you at the end of row 1. So yes, I'm done with my row 1 and we are now going to start on row 2. So you are going, this is how it looks like. Yeah, it's super long. So this is what you should be having now. So for row 2 you are going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Then you're going to turn your work and work on the other opposite side. So turn your work, and we are going to use half double crochets for this too. So we are going, you see these 2 loops, this is where you normally work, where you have like the V stitch there. Then you have the back loop and the front loop, but we are going to work now in this side loop, okay? And normally you would work there in those 2 loops, or you would normally work in the back loop or the front loop, but this time around we are going to work with this loop that is on the side, okay? This, I'm not sure what they call it, but this is what we are going to work with. Normally it would be there or there, but now it's going to be on this side loop that is on the side. It's visible, that's why you insert your hook right there. It is on the side, okay, so that we can push the ribbing on the other end. So make a half double crochet. You have 3 loops on the hook, then finish your half double crochet, okay? So go into the next side loop. Normally you'd work there, but don't work in that there, and work in the side loop like that, okay, and make a half double crochet. So you are going to make a half double crochet in every side loop, okay? Go into every side loop and make a half double crochet. So we are trying to push this normal loop to the other side so that we can have the ribbing on the opposite side. So for this pattern, it's going to be a repeat of row 2 and row 3. So this is how we do row 2. And when you flip your work to the right side, this is how it looks. You see it's forming this nice ribbing that looks like, you know, neat. Yeah, so this is what we want on our right side. So go ahead and do that. And yeah, I'll see you once you are done with row 2. So I'm coming to the end of row 2, and in this very last stitch, instead of just putting in the side loop, you are going to make a normal half double crochet just to make sure it is, you know, tight and more strong at the end. So chain 2, and you're going to turn your work. So before we were working in the side loop at the front, right? This is the wrong side and this is the right side, but now we need to push this ribbing in the front side so that we have everything on one side, right? Because if we work on the front, it will go at the other end, but we need it in the front. So what we are going to do is we are going to work in this same side loop, but from the behind, okay? So we are working from the behind. Before the second row, it was working from the front, and now we are working from the behind. It's the same side loop, but from the behind, like that. Insert your hook, and then make a half double crochet. Go into the side loop from the behind, right there, it's visible. Insert your hook. It is in front there, but now you're working from the behind. Insert your hook and then make a half double crochet. So for row 3, we are going to work from the behind. It's the side loop, but we are taking it from the behind, and we are going to insert a half double crochet in every side loop from the behind until we get to the end of this row 3. row 2 we're working from the front, and row 3 we are now taking this side loop from the behind, just like this. And this pushes the ribbing to one side, so we are going to be having the knit looking like ribbing on one side. Okay, that will be our right side, so it is a matter of alternating these two rows. I'll see you once you get to the end. So I'm coming to the end of row 3, and we have this second last stitch, and for the last stitch always put your a normal half double crochet. Okay, for the last stitch we are using the normal half double crochet into 2 loops. Okay, so do that. And for now row 4, okay, so this is how it looks like. We have the ribbing. For row 4, chain 2, turn your work, and for row 4 we are going to repeat row 2. Okay, so we are going to be working from the front side loop. Okay, so that we can be able to push the ribbing to the other side, the right side. So insert your hook in the side loop from the front and make a half double crochet. So it is a half double crochet in every side loop from the front side. All right, so this is a repeat of row 2. You are going to repeat row 2 and row 3 consecutively until you get to your desired width of the scarf. Okay, so this row is going to be working on the side loop from the front, and the next row will be working from the back side, so that you have your ribbing pushed only to one side. Okay, so I'll see you once you have your desired width of the scarf. So I have this hole here because I missed a stitch, so please make sure you don't miss a stitch, but I will definitely weave this in once I'm done so that I close it off. So yeah, this is how it looks like. This is how it should look like. I'll see you once you're done. So I'm done. I did a total number of 12 rows, and this is an equivalent of 8 inches. So my scarf is 100 inches long and 8 inches wide. So you can make it bigger if you wish to, or smaller. This is totally up to you. So we are now going to do the edging on the side. So chain 1, and you are going to work down and put a slip stitch in every row, 1 slip stitch in every row. Okay, so insert your hook, yarn over and pull through all. So in every row it is 1 slip stitch. Do that for every row until you get to the end. This is just to, you know, to give it a good finish and make it look neat. So once you get to the end, do the same, and then chain 1, cut off your yarn, close that off. So you will sew in the ends once you're done. So go ahead and do the other side too, and I will see you once you are done with both ends. So that's it, guys. You have your super bulky, chunky, fluffy and cozy scarf. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.